Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. One political analyst believes that the disqualification cases against Bongbong Marcos may boost his survey numbers even more. Professor Edmund Tayao told 1PH that voters have a tendency to empathize with a, quote, disadvantaged candidate. The COMELEC Second Division on Monday denied a petition seeking to cancel Marcos Jr.'s candidacy. Marcos is still facing 4 other petitions filed by different groups.
It will be firmed up more, if not even increased, no? Because we have this tendency to empathize, no, with a person or a group na medyo nadedehado. Kung ako ang kandidato, imbis na ipopurso ko tong disqualification, babanatan ko na lang talaga pag itingin ko yung kampanya.
Sinasabi po ninyo kanina na baka nga makatulong pa sa popularity ni Senator
Presidente, ni pangalawang Pangulong Benny.
Tayao added that second-choice candidates would likely benefit the most should Marcos be disqualified. A Pulse Asia survey released last December showed that Manila Mayor Isko Moreno is the top second choice or the second choice for president, followed by Senator Ping Lacson.
Ilang beses na rin napag-usapan at in-explain ng mga eksperto, ng mga political analyst yan, na actually nandun sa mga second choice na lumalabas.
Petitioners seeking to cancel Bongbong Marcos's candidacy will be filing a motion for reconsideration by the end of the week. Fides Lim, one of the petitioners, said that their legal team is already preparing the appeal to be filed before the COMELEC Second Division. Lim says the division is acting like a lawyer for Marcos Jr. after it released the decision favoring the former senator. The group say they are ready to appeal the matter to the Supreme Court if needed.
This decision of the COMELEC, in fact, opens a can of worms. There are also other avenues. Kung kailangan umakyat ng Supreme Court, there is always that avenue.
We have to make it very
The Philippine Airlines or PAL clarified that the no vaccination, no fly protocol only covers domestic flights to and from Metro Manila. PAL spokesperson Shelo Villaluna told Business World Live that those coming from abroad have to comply with a separate IATF resolution. Travelers from green countries or green list countries are allowed to fly to the NCR regardless of vaccination status, provided that they test negative for COVID-19.
We have to make it very clear that the no vax, no fly covers only domestic. And for the international services, we go by the IATF regulation, which has specific rules for vaccinated and unvaccinated.
The flag carrier said unvaccinated domestic passengers bound for Metro Manila can rebook and reroute their flights or get a refund.
They really have to have themselves vaccinated. That is the only way. Unless they can find a compelling reason for Philippine Airlines to allow them, but they have to have a medical emergency.
A new study states that compounds found in hemp could possibly prevent COVID-19 from penetrating healthy human cells. More details in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
This plant could soon be a new tool in the fight against COVID-19. That's according to a new study. And it might look a bit familiar.
We found that there are 3 compounds in hemp, all cannabinoids, which binds to the spike protein of the SARS coronavirus 2 that causes COVID. Then we were able to test two of these compounds called CBDA and CBGA, and we found that these two compounds are effective individually in preventing the virus from infecting human cells.
The study was published in the peer-reviewed Journal of Natural Products. The results are based on studies done in a lab and not on humans in clinical trials.
Our studies at this point are preclinical. They are laboratory-based, cell-based, in vitro experiments with cell culture and live virus. We are in the process of developing and hoping to work with clinicians to establish the efficacy of these compounds in clinical trials.
Richard says the compounds are not psychoactive, so people shouldn't be able to get high from them. And they're most useful in preventive approaches.
So people who've been exposed to other individuals with COVID and need to isolate could take a pill like a cannabinoid extract and stay healthy because of the antiviral capability of these compounds. People ought not to be relying on them, say, when hospitalized with severe COVID infections. I wouldn't advocate for using cannabinoids to treat them to get well. We anticipate that ingesting these compounds as pills, tablets, that sort of thing, as dietary supplements or as pill form as medicines, will be more effective than smoking or vaping because the acid forms of the cannabinoids like CBDA are sensitive to heat.
Richard says cannabinoids have a long history of safety with respect to human consumption and use. But more research is needed to determine just how effective they could be in combating COVID.
We believe that quite quickly we'll be able to move from these preclinical findings to the clinic and demonstrate efficacy in people. The reason we can move quickly is because of the experience we already have had with over-the-counter hemp preparations and extracts containing cannabinoids. I'm very hopeful that we'll see clinical evidence during the next several months that cannabinoids and cannabinoid mixtures can prevent COVID from occurring in people exposed to the virus.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. China will be donating another 800 million pesos to the Philippines for the reconstruction after the onslaught of Typhoon Odette. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi hopes that this new grant will help boost recovery in typhoon-struck areas. PUV drivers caught violating the no vaccine, no ride policy will now receive tickets on the second day of implementation. Meanwhile, unvaccinated passengers will either be escorted to vaccination sites to get their shots, or they will be asked to go home. Violators were only given warnings on Monday, which was the first day of this new transport policy. The House of Representatives has suspended its plenary sessions for the week amid the continuing surge in COVID-19 cases. 70 House members and employees have contracted the coronavirus, while many others have been exposed and are under quarantine. The lower house will resume session on January 24. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.